Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Four Horsemen of the Toon. With me, Peter, Baz with his new headphones, and me with my new headphones. Baz with his new microphone, and we have to do it again this week because he's been at it again, guys. He has been at it again. You know, Mr. Loverman himself, John Sinclair.
מעל שדות תלויה הלבנה, נלך לשם אהובתי, נלך מחר, את כל הכוכבים אגיש לך מתנה, אהובתי שלי לבנת צבא.
Welcome, John Sinclair, to the show.
Hey, I'm swarming in here tonight. It's doing my head in.
You what?
I'm swarming in here tonight.
Baz, you're not funny, mate. You're not funny at all. I very much disagree with that background, you twat. Absolutely. Fucking hilarious, Baz. Absolutely hilarious, mate.
I'm on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Can I just say, this sounds fucking fabulous as well.
Yeah, you knew. Yeah. Did you get the Blue Yeti mic that I've got?
Yep.
You did, didn't you? Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely superb. Have you got the settings right? Have you got the settings right, though, Baz?
I have. I've got the settings right. It's working.
Right. Have you got the thing on the back turned, the gain turned right down?
No.
Okay.
Does it sound all right, though? John, you look like fucking that guy with the horns that are cut off. What's that movie?
What the fuck?
Daredevil. Look at him. Looks like Daredevil.
Yeah, he's also
seen Daredevil.
He's also got the wasps behind him again. So yeah.
Oh man.
Oh dear me. And Peter's at St James's Park tonight instead of behind his. Everybody seems to be changing up. Right, we may as well crack on with the show, guys, and we'll start with Manchester United.
Next screen.
Yeah. Okay, boss. Peter. Oh, yeah, the Ronaldo fanboys. Yeah. It had to be him. I mean, Peter. What were your views on the match? I mean, I watched your player ratings and stuff, but I mean, you know, were you? It was hard for me to do my match review because I thought we played really well in the first half. I thought we were matching them in the first half, but then it went to shit second half. But you know, there was some decent performances.
There was. I mean, we got into some good areas. We attacked decent at times, mind you. Final ball wasn't good there a lot of the time. Mind you, I thought the equaliser was set up. The link-up play was fantastic. It really was between Miggy, ASM and Famankio to get the equaliser.
Yeah.
But what lets us down every time? What's been one of our letdowns this season? Defending.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same old crap once again. And I think you've got to give Woodman some criticism as well. I mean, the two goals. The two goals. I mean, the first one he gives that to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And the second one, it like touched under his legs and went through him. I mean,
I personally think Darlow will be back in the sticks.
Possibly. I mean, yeah.
I just think Woodman. I don't know. I'm still unsure about him, to be honest, as a Premier League goalkeeper.
He's still learning it. That's the thing, because he's not really played it. But yeah, I mean.
But you know, Carl Darlow, certainly on last season's form, really, I think he should get the gig on Friday. I'd rather have Darlow back, to be honest. Baz, I'm going to say this now. Miggy was fucking superb on Saturday. You know, but on a serious note,
one game doesn't make a season. You're right. I know.
No. But on a serious note, that's what we need. That's what we've been longing for, to see from Miggy, picking the ball up in his own half like that and just skipping past players. He did it a few times on Saturday in that second half. It was absolutely superb to watch, and that's what we want to see from Miggy moving forward.
That is exactly what he can offer, though. But what we got to remember, he's been playing out of position for how many games? 4 or 5 games. It's took him a while to get used to his job and what's expected of him.
Yeah.
And we all hammered him too quickly, and he showed at Old Trafford what he can do. And I'd still rather have him high up the pitch. I don't know if we saw the tweets I put out, the formations, what we really should be doing. But he was just fantastic. His work rate was incredible, as it always is. He was on the edge of the box, breaking up a lot of the play. And then what he did for the goal was absolutely superb. It reminded me of Hatton Ben Arthur against Bolton on the middle of the pitch when he turned that defender.
The way he turned, it was.
And then went past another. And Pete, can I just say, your background is really offending my eyes tonight.
Go on now.
You got sportsdirect.com, you advertise.
That's very true. Do you want to giving Mike Ashley some free friggin' advertising there, Pete?
Yeah.
You should be putting PDP Proudlock along with Sports Directors. You should be.
I could try and cover that off.
Just so, in honor of Miggy's performance, there he is.
Fucking hell, Barry, you're well prepared tonight, man, aren't you?
I am. I'm on it tonight. And by the way, it's Hellboy. Hellboy is what he looks like.
Hellboy, yes, he does. You're very low down. You're very low down, Baz.
This is how I always sit.
Oh.
It's the chairs.
Fair enough. Harry says, would you take Joachim Löw as manager? We've been asked this before, and it's... I'd be physically sick every game if we had that pick it and eat it guy sitting on our bench. I just think he's the most filthy, disgusting man. To do what he does when he knows all the cameras are on him, and he still does it. Right, Mr. MRI Teeth, how are you doing?
I'm candy, my guy. How are you? You good?
I'm not too. Yeah, put your head down. Are we doing an MRI scan tonight?
Yes,
there it is. Right, give us your thoughts on. I mean, I know I did the watch along with you, John, but just for those who haven't got your opinion of the match yet, you want to tell us what your thoughts were?
Okay, before I do that, I'd like to say a massive thank you for watching me streams on Saturday with me and you, and had 1,100 views. So made up, and just please keep it going. It's going to get better. Now on to the game.
Well, actually, you're saying that, John. We're all wondering: have you got your all your pictures ready for you when you come to St James's, so you can hand them out and sign them on the back? We're just wondering if they're all done yet, because obviously you've had various sponsorships from toothpastes and hair, bald products and stuff like that, and shiny heads and aerials and cum shots and stuff. So is it has anybody been in touch, your photography company, maybe to take these selfies for you for when you sign all your autographs?
Not yet, but I'm working on it. I'm definitely working on it. You never know. But when I come to St James's, I'll say to people, if they see this sort of thing and they want an autograph, I'll be happy to sign the bugger. Yay!
Another thing, John, is this going to be you when you see all the women as well?
Oh yes, that brings me on to well done, Pete, because that brings me on to
nice.
My next one. Where is it? So this is John when they are literally about to start a swinging club. Let's get it on!
Oh my God! I remember that. What was that again? Was that some kind of?
I did it last week. Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Yeah, you did.
Oh my God!
Yeah. It seems like we're getting funny names coming in as usernames again. This started on John's channel last week, and obviously with it being the Four Horsemen, I'll let it go this week to get the funny usernames on, because obviously on the other shows we don't do that, but it's the Four Horsemen, and we are a pretty crazy show on a Monday night. So we have Mike Crotchburns, and he says, "Evening everyone. Not many positives surrounding NUFC at the moment, but on a positive note, it's great to see that young Elliot Anderson is back playing for the under-23s today." Oh my God, the two Ronnies! Jesus. Mike goes on to say, "I was walking past the church on Sunday morning when the vicar shouted at me, 'Love your neighbour.' I shouted back, 'Me too, cracking pair of tits.'" Do you think former Spurs and Chelsea manager Andre Villas-Boas would do a decent job at Newcastle?
We do better than Bruce.
Yeah.
Anyway, John, can you let us out, mate? I'm stuck in your dungeon, pal.
There's the keys.
I'm worried you're standing behind us.
Am I? Yeah.
Why did you look round your shoulder, John? Why did you look over your shoulder?
Just remind the Basil up, man.
So, John, Andre Villas-Boas, do you think he could do a job?
He'd probably do better than Bruce, but would I take him? I probably would, but it's a hard one because he probably won't manage to cover England ever again because he done it with Chelsea and Spurs and he just didn't quite enjoy it. So I just don't think he'll do it. So for me, I just don't know. But he'd do better than Bruce, I say, tactically.
Yeah. Listen, we'll come on to Steve Bruce in a minute, but I can't stand the wanker now. I really can't stand the bloke.
Neither can I.
He's just an arrogant, self-centered prick.
I am talking about the Saturday's game as well, Paul. So
yeah,
and I'll be quick on that as well. For the first half, I thought he defended quite well. We played well in the first half, but once you consider that first goal, then it was a harder take. But we did get back well in the second half. It was a cracking goal, great build up. And then after that, when Ronaldo scored a second goal, I thought, watch that second goal again. I was absolutely cringy. I sent that tweet out, cringing. And how they allowed to run Luke Shaw around 30 yards to the ball? We're unchallenged. Unmarked, straight to Ronaldo.
Yeah, but Ronaldo's unmarked as well. You know what I mean? Just to play Ronaldo in like that, it was so easy.
Hayden did the right thing. He was trying to push him out wide. He onto his left foot. And then when he shoots like that, because it hit the ground twice before it hit the keeper, he should be saving it.
He should be saving it, without a doubt.
The main thing for me, the really worrying thing is West Ham scored straight after the kickoff.
Yeah.
Villa scored an injury time in first half.
Mm-hmm.
Man United scored an injury time in the first half. Southampton scored an injury time in the second half to get a point. We cannot see a game out.
No, we can't. It's pathetic. But that's down. Whatever we're doing in the training ground, it's not good enough. It just isn't good enough. Harry says, I bet the likes of Callum Wilson aren't really injured. They're just sick and tired of playing for Brucey Balls, so they've gone on strike. Good evening to Wilma Dickfit. The club are aware that the fan base think Bruce is a comedian, so they are looking at bringing Steve Cooper into the club in replace of his uncle Tommy. You hear about those two men who were arrested for masturbating in a newsagent in Pennywell. It was all over the papers. Oh
my God.
Steve Bruce, don't watch this stream, you clown. Who are you calling a clown? I'll set more jobs made Phil McCracken on you. Now... About Phil McCracken, John, we have to touch on this show. John, if for anybody that doesn't know, I mean, the whole world will know by now, but John did a fans forum. I think it was last Wednesday or Thursday night, wasn't it, John?
Thursday.
And basically, all the usernames started to change. You know, he was getting, different usernames. And Phil McCracken came on, and it literally took John at least half an hour to realize what the name was saying. He read the names out as if there was not a problem. It was absolutely hilarious. And he just read the comment out and moved on as if it didn't matter. And it was so funny. But hey ho. I've got some feedback in my ear again. Peter, is that your headphones going crazy again?
I'll unplug them, put it back in.
All right, do. Malcolm Kennedy says, evening, gents. I know this question is a bit political, but what are your thoughts about the government not using COVID passports for large-scale events such as football matches? Well, for me, I'm quite happy, to be honest, because, it means you don't have to go to the hassle. Listen, COVID is with us now, whether we like it or not. It's with us.
We're going to have to live
forward.
with it now. That's the thing with it now. It's not going anywhere. So
yeah, we're going to have to live with it like the flu. Simple as that. And we've got to get on with life. So it's tragic that so many people have lost their lives to this, awful illness. And many people do have their opinions on it, whether it be a positive or negative thing. But some people, there is a lot of people who've lost their lives. And as tragic as it is, we have now got to move on and try and restore a bit of normality back to our lives. It's very important. So, if you want to wear a mask, you wear a mask. If you don't, you don't. It is your personal choice now.
If you don't want to get the job, that's fair enough.
Exactly.
If you want the job, then
But it's like saying, go to the matches, don't go to the matches. It's your personal choice, and I'm not going to hammer anybody for having their own opinion on it. You know what I mean? So
the thing is, the government are trying to make it with the jabs. They're trying to make you have one if you don't get a passport. I don't agree with these passports at all for anything. If you don't have it for large events in football, you don't have it for anything. It can't be one rule for one and another rule for another. I've got a very good friend who lives down in Australia who was a nurse, and she pointed out something brilliantly. It said, you never hear anyone dying about AIDS when AIDS was around. You died from the fact that you had AIDS, but you had other conditions that developed and you died from those conditions. It didn't go down as AIDS, it went down as those other conditions. That's what COVID does. COVID weakens your immune system for other things to attack you, and then that's what you end up dying of. We're going to have to live with this, unfortunately. It's horrible, but I say get your jabs and let's just get on with life again. No passports, no crap like that.
Totally
it's
agree.
just not right.
Paul, come month's time, I'll be going off to Italy, sort of thing, of a week and run, and I wonder.
I've heard about that, John. You've never mentioned that, actually.
You never mentioned it, no.
Nah. But I don't. I just thought that are we going to use this COVID? Do you still have to take a COVID test before you fly out, or that's going to be scrapped as well? Surely,
mate, you're talking to the unpriest here. I've got no idea what the rules are anymore. I guess you just have to check the government websites before you travel.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say, John, is make sure your passport picture isn't what you look like now, because they won't let Hellboy on a plane.
Baz has got a point. Fucking hell, these new headphones are massive, man. Jesus Christ.
Massive headphones for a massive heed.
It's not a massive heed at all, you cheeky bastard.
No one's safe tonight. Is Chippers in the house, by the way?
I've got no idea.
He said he is tuning in, so
he's probably perving somewhere, to be fair. Malcolm says, also, do you have any safety concerns about Leeds supporters being able to buy tickets in the home end for the match on, well, it's actually Friday. I can honestly see a repeat of Rafa's last home match against Liverpool.
Wow. That's if that happens, that's going to get absolutely hostile.
Yeah. It has. Listen, I think it's common knowledge that Leeds fans have got tickets in the home end areas. I think that's pretty common knowledge. Leeds fans have actually admitted to it. But, let's just hope that, nothing kicks off and it's sensible Leeds fans that actually have the tickets and sensible Newcastle fans that they're sitting around. But the problem is you're looking at a Friday night kickoff at 8 o'clock, and everybody's going to be pissed as fucking farts. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know. Jesper,
the police are going to be very disappointed with that decision from Mike Ashley.
Well, yeah.
I hope they sent him the bill.
Yeah, I do as well. Jesper says, evening all. Should be a cracking show tonight. Loads of comments in already by the looks of things. What are your thoughts on Pascal Struijt's red card yesterday in the Leeds match? I don't think it was a red card.
No, I mean, he's not gone in to hurt the lad. He's just accidentally caught him, and the lad's just Elliot has just come off the wrong end of it. Yeah. It is an awful injury, but it's not a sending off. He hasn't gone.
The thing is, if you look at that in the second half, though, I think it was was it Mane for Liverpool? Or Salah did the same tackle and won the ball back, and it wasn't even given as a free kick. So it was. I think the comment Gary Neville pointed it out. It was identical to what happened to young Elliot, but we can only wish young Elliot a speedy recovery and hope he gets well soon. Fantastic gesture in the hospital, by the way, what he did.
Yeah, the kid who
giving the kid who broke his arm, and he gave him his boots and his shirt. I thought that was incredible.
Yeah.
Anyone see the Lewis Hamilton crash yesterday? Not a fan of F1, but bloody hell, he was lucky, and I bet he had the skidders after that race. Yeah, it was a nasty one. Verstappen's back wheel was on his helmet at one stage, and it wasn't great. And I was pretty disappointed with Max Verstappen, the fact that he didn't actually check to see if Lewis was okay. He just stormed off like a little twat. And quite honestly, he kicked off saying he wasn't given room. Let's be honest, you did the same to Lewis on the first lap. You closed him out. Lewis backed off because he's a sensible driver. You, however, still haven't learnt your lesson, and you've got a 3-grid penalty for it. So tough shit, Max Verstappen. Anyway, Lee says, are any of you going to the Dog and Parrot on Friday night for Supermatch talking? I don't tend to go to the... I think Friday night I'll probably be heading straight to the ground and hang around the shop area like we always do. Wait for wait for people to come along and have a bit of an interview and stuff. So that's probably what I'll be doing.
And the pub first as well.
Yeah, Chippers is in the house.
Chippers.
Mildred, Anne, Kelly, Sarah, Emma, Claire, Gemma, Nicole, Carla, Ashley, Leslie from Smooth Sinclair. Yeah. And yes, and a fantastic well done to Emma Raducanu for winning the US Open. That was an absolutely unbelievable. No, that isn't, but you've got me going on the tennis. A fantastic victory. It's fantastic, really. 18-year-old win the US Open. That one there is actually showing, I think I'm not sure who this woman is, but apparently she knows Chippers. Yeah, given the little sausage dick. Yeah. Chipper says, I heard you were so annoyed with Joe Linton on Saturday, you skull fucked him back to Manchester, John. Wow. Wow.
Do you know what it is? Joe Linton wasn't really that bad on Saturday. Again,
listen, I even said...
he wasn't, but...
Listen, I said in my... his
shooting
shooting's tragic. We know that. But listen, first half especially, he had Varane running all over the place, chasing him. And he actually held the ball up really well. And I mentioned that in my review. And I thought he did superbly well at times. So well done to Joe Linton for that. But his shooting is piss poor, man.
That's the thing.
Willick as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Fluffy's lines and Sean Longstaff, he slid on his backside. Oh.
Just that final third, they just don't have the composure, do they?
Nah, not at all. John's disappeared. He's obviously got a phone call or his mother's shouting of him. Evening, lads. Hope you're all well. New Saturday was a write-off. Wasn't expecting anything. Wouldn't be surprised if Leeds turn us over. Can't see where the next win is coming from for the next 3 games. Somebody sent me a message today saying, given that Leeds United were beaten by Liverpool, I mean, Liverpool was superb yesterday. They were absolutely outstanding. But the way Leeds play against us, it's going to be a completely different game. We are, at the minute, we have no confidence at all. Leeds United, with Bielsa, will come to Newcastle and will go at us from the minute one. And there's no doubt about that. And we have to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
But whether we are prepared for that is a completely different kettle of fish.
We won't be. Steve Bruce will go on holiday again. He's probably on holiday now, coming back on Thursday.
Yeah. We can't read any comments out for John because he's disappeared. I'm not sure where he's gone. Asked my missus who her favourite vampire was. She said the one on Sesame Street. I said he doesn't count. She replied, I can show you he does. Yeah. Warren says, glad you got your channel back, Paul. Couldn't believe it got hacked. Don't let the bastards bring you down. Keep up the good work. Your inspiration to us all. Got plenty of good people around. Thanks, Warren. Really appreciate that. Back up and running it with a lot of security on this account now, put it that way. A hell of a lot. Newcastle won 7 of last 34 games, 5 of them coming back end of last season. Not good enough, yet Bruce is still here. Would be long gone if it was a different club. Welcome back, John. Where have you been?
Wouldn't have a job if it was a different club.
Was that a photography company ringing you, John?
No, it's just it just feels honest. I don't know why, but there you go.
Simon Jordan hitting out at fans again. Is there any reason for it to be so toxic towards Steve Bruce? They don't rate him, but does that mean they have to be so toxic? Typical monumental bell-end tosspot. Peter, as you love Simon Jordan so much, what's your thoughts on what he's had to say today?
Reason it has to be. This is so toxic. There's a reason for it because the bloke is drab. I mean, we're doing like his tactics and it's just the rest of his personality. I can't stand him anymore. I really,
yeah, he is.
Not mention that one to Lee Ryder. I mean,
Listen, we'll come on to that. We'll come on to that because I'm sure everybody's going to have the say on that. Guys, remember, if you do enjoy the show tonight, please don't forget to smash the likes up for me. Help me build the channel. Very, very, very rapidly approaching 3,000 subscribers. So if you enjoy what you see and you haven't already done so yet, please consider subscribing. All the guys' channel listings are down below in the description. So please go and subscribe to Peter, John, and Barry as well. Some great content on there as well. So go and get you subscribed. And if you like to make a donation to the channel tonight, Super Chat is available at the bottom of the live comments. Just hit the $ and go through that way. Wilma Dickford says, John, how's your mate Phil McCracken? Wilma again, as much as I would love to see Newcastle winning games, I take a defeat with a pinch of salt these days, knowing that it just shows Steve Bruce for what he really is, an incompetent twat. Jesper says, I got invited to Tony the Tiger's wedding. It was a bit of a frosty reception, but it ended up being great. That's a good one. Jordy says, evening all, I see the Baz is preparing already for the championship by doing weekly shows on World of Sport TV about that league's football. Just shows the effect Steve Bruce is having on the fan base. It's a great show, by the way, so go and catch that on Baz's channel. Chipper says, remember in 96 when Keegan signed the Honey Monster? Is the bloke still here? 25 years on and still not played a game. Must be the most expensive reserve team player. The Honey Monster ended up turning into Curtis Good. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who thought it was going to be good as well, didn't we?
Yeah. Who, if Bruce went as a realistic replacement, who would willingly work under this ownership, knowing fine well how Ashley and Co work?
Nobody. But if someone's desperate for a job, John Terry or Eddie Howe, because they're out of work.
Yeah, I really do. I think Eddie Howe would actually come. I really do. If he was... if he was sold the club in the right way.
A takeover, and you'd be here, and
it's selling the club that the problem is. You're relying on Lee fucking Charnley to sell the club. Nobody even knows where that little gopher is. Evening, Andy. Hope you're well. Personally, I would like to see someone like Eddie Howe, Roberto Martinez, or Frank Lampard, etc. But the problem is,
not going to leave Belgium,
no, he isn't. Problem is, would any of them want to work under this regime? We would probably end up with Tony Pulis.
No, thank you very much.
Steve Bruce says 2 matches left for me at NUFC, they reckon. Surely that means Mikel Arteta's time at Arsenal is nearly up as well. And I will soon be in the Emirates dugout with the likes of Aubameyang winning trophies. Okay, Steve.
Hey.
Listen, I did a video earlier on today, talking about this, these rumours about Steve Bruce. Rumours over the weekend saying he had 3 games to save his job. Reports coming out today that Steve Bruce... his job is safe for the short to medium term. There's no immediate decision going to be made on his future. That's not great, is it, Baz, when you hear reports coming in like that?
No, definitely not. He needs to go. I'm sick of him. I don't want to talk about him again, to be honest with you. I really don't, because he comes out with all this, I can take criticism. I'm the one with the broad shoulders and the thick skin. But yet, when he gets himself on TalkSport and things like that, he just absolutely obliterates everyone. He argues with them. He just, I hate him. I'm actually, done with him now.
Yeah. John, what did you make of his comments? The Lee Ryder interview for me just summed up what an arrogant wanker this man is. Referring to the fans, he didn't say... He never talks about the fans in a positive way, saying the fans. It's always they, them. It's he claims to be one of us, but it just fucking proves he isn't, John.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with that, Paul. The fact is, Lee Ryder does have every right to ask that question. Like any other journalist, right, they get paid to do a job and ask the questions, I got advice to Steve Bruce. If you haven't to go at the press, you haven't got the fans as well, because at the end of the day, we as fans wasn't know what's going on. But the way he acted, right, as a manager that is rattled, arrogant, and what's someone look for? And just that's it, right? Basically, right. I just think he needs to go, because at the end of the day, I just don't think he's happy in Newcastle anymore, in my opinion, sort of thing. That's why he's having to go. And he's going to start banning journalists again. He's done it with Craig Hope. I would not be surprised if the Chronicle got sacked as well. But it's not the Chronicle. But the Chronicle don't pick the team. The Chronicle don't pick the formation. The media don't play players out of position, right? So Steve Bruce should keep his mouth shut and get on with the job he's being paid to do. If not, get out. Because he's not doing himself any fear of us whatsoever, sort of thing, right? And he's just going to make sort of a complete and utter idiot.
Listen, if he's not happy, right? If he's not happy, he should have the decency to walk. If he isn't happy, if you're not happy in a job, you go and find a new one. You know what I mean? He's just, he's a prick. Paul J says, love the picture, PD. Looks like a giraffe.
What?
I'm not sure whether he's referring to the thumbnail, but
yes, I think it is. It must be.
Yeah. So there you go. Andy says, Proudlock looks like the lad at school who'd give you his dinner money just to spend 15 minutes standing next to a pretty girl at playtime.
Oh, thumbnail.
Yeah.
I've seen the series, and Jay is one of them people
Yeah.
that loves to.
Yeah. John, did you actually know what the thumbnail was all about this week?
Oops. That's one button.
That means no. Joe says, I thought that towel was Steve the American in a wig. Sorry, Steve. The towel. The towel? The towel. Does anybody know what the towel is? Oh, the bloody comments are scattered again. I'm sorry if I've missed any comments out, guys. Judy says, Lee Ryder showed Bruce is a bully. We've heard he's a nasty piece of work, and it showed. Taylor says, it's just me, or does Steve Bruce look like the bird lady off Home Alone 2? Yeah, he does. I've seen that many times before, to be honest. Definitely. Andrew, good evening, matey. John, you been making any lasses holes wink lately?
No.
He's trying, though, Andrew. He's trying every single. Well, it's becoming more and more often now. Is what we can only say are legendary tweets to all the women. I mean, John. I mean, you must be getting some DMs back, going, saying, John, I'd love to play your trumpet and stuff like that.
Not yet. I'll be honest with you.
Oh. Thomas says, Baz, what's that background? Well, he keeps changing it, so I don't know. Rich, Man United fan who came on my show on Friday. Good evening, mate. He hope you're well. Hi, Geordies, he says. Top man. Go and subscribe to Rich Sports on YouTube as well. Great content on there, not just Man United, but Premier League stuff as well. Michael says, wonder if the reports are true that Manquillo and Willock picked up knocks on Saturday. Wouldn't be surprised if Manquillo was fucked since that was his first start for months. Well, he actually played against Burnley, so he has had game time. But Willock's injury is a bit of a mystery. A lot of people didn't really see him go off injured. It was the people at the match that commented that he'd actually gone off limping. I mean, if we lose Willock as well, Peter, we're up the spout.
Yeah, we are. I mean, what next to go wrong after that? I mean,
Tell us, Peter. Tell us.
Exactly. I mean, it just shows we are in absolute deep shite this season.
Yeah. I think that's putting it mildly. Andrew says, what's this garbage with World Cup every 2 years? You see us beat Austria. Imagine Scotland in England's World Cup group. Oh, Andrew, get over it, man. You still didn't beat us. Out and About with Rob says, muff diving. Half the panel would do a better job. Half the panel? Don't you mean all that? Well, maybe Sinclair would be too busy chatting the birds up in the stands to manage the club, to be honest. Honestly, he'd see a woman wink at him, and he'd be away around be away for a pint while he says, "Oh, you just play on. I'm getting my leg over." Andy says, 12 minutes in, and I'm fucking creased. It's like a council version of Shameless and Goggle Bogs rolled into one shame box. Thanks very much, mate. Andrew says, first signing if new owners come in. Oh, listen, we're not even talking about new owners, Andy. Andrew, it's not happening for a long time, right? I'm telling you now, it's just not happening. It's for me, Lingard. I'm not sure. I think we'd go after somebody else if we had the money, to be honest. Michael says, Andrew, I'd go for Ward-Prowse. Liam would take Lingard. Look, we're fishing away here at pipe dreams again. Thomas says, I was at the match and Newcastle fans were calling Ronaldo a sex offender. Yeah, I saw the videos. I saw the chants. It was hilarious, actually. Matthew says, Bruce is the worst manager we've had in my lifetime, worse than Allardyce, Pardew and McLaren. Look, I don't put Pardew in the same...
Speaks for that.
I rated Pardew at times. I mean, Pardew at least played attacking football.
I enjoyed the football under Pardew. Yes, we were hammered sometimes, but it was...
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't put him in the same bracket as Bruce, Allardyce, or McLaren, to be honest. I wouldn't put him in that group. Everybody's got their opinion.
Maybe his personality.
Yeah, I mean, he could have come across a little bit better at times. But listen, he was passionate. You could tell, when we scored goals and he was jumping in the crowd. He was passionate. Steve Bruce won't do that because he'll severely injure somebody. Michael, thank you again for your super chat, matey. I really do appreciate that. That is incredible.
Wow.
Thank you so much. You are a gent and a scholar. Thank you very much. I know we talk a lot off the show, and haven't been too well lately. I know that, Michael. And so hopefully you're on the mend now, matey, and you know where I am if you need to talk. Don't let the mental health get you. You know, you've got a lot of support around you, mate. Don't forget that. So whenever you need to, just drop me a message or give me a ring. You've got my number. But thank you again for that super chat. That is amazingly kind. Thank you so much. Judy says, frustrated motorists have rejoiced to news from Google. They have agreed to give traffic alerts whenever John has a stiffy, saving miles of gridlock. Joe Linton is still backed up for another 10 miles.
Oh, God.
Jesus. And everyone's saying thank you to Michael. Indeed. Michael says, can someone explain to me the logic in playing Hayden, our best centre midfielder, by the way, at centre-half when we had Sean Fernandez on the bench? Baz, can you explain that decision to me? Because I'm still very puzzled by that.
It's just Steve Bruce being Steve Bruce, isn't it? Playing players out of position. It's what he's good at. There's no way to explain it. That is literally it. Steve Bruce thinks he can turn Hayden into an excellent centre-back when he's probably one of the best defensive midfielders in the Premier League, probably maybe fourth in the list when he's on his game. Let's put him at centre-back. What a great idea. Yeah.
I mean, it defies logic sometimes. I mean, how must Fernandez and Shaw be feeling, you know, when they see a central defender?
Exactly. I mean,
Shaw's meant to be your ball-playing centre-back, isn't
he? I mean, fair enough to them two haven't had the best start of the season, but you'd rather play them at centre-back and Hayden. You want Hayden in his proper position.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll never understand it. This is me, says, anyone else would do a better job at NUFC. I'm tired of people saying Brucey is a nice guy. A nice guy wouldn't take shots at the fans. He would step down if he was an actual Geordie. Yeah. Andrew says, serious question. Yeah. Peter, we've got that echo again, mate. Your headphones are playing up, mate. Serious question, everyone. What's happened with Ronaldo and that rape accusation he had last year? It's gone. Geordie says, Paul, you have an echo. Yeah, I know. Blame Peter for it. Peter, I think you need to invest in a more expensive headset, my man.
Probably.
Keith says, Michael, that's amazing. It is. I'll always be grateful to Michael for his donations to this channel. He is an absolute gentleman. He really is. And a lovely, lovely bloke behind the scenes as well. So just get well soon, Michael, but you know where I am, buddy. Judy says, after hearing Steve Bruce likes holidays, the BBC are bringing back the show Wish You Were Here. The first episode is taking place outside the relegation zone. Get in, Judy. Tony says, how is Bruce still in a job? Why does Ashley hate us so much?
Because he don't care.
Yeah. I mean, John, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I have to agree with Pete as well.
Oh, taking a picture of that.
I'm the
Well, damn, he's fixed it.
Oh my God!
Sorry.
I'm going to have to go back and find that.
That was great.
The teeth just disappeared and everything. It was absolutely fantastic.
I'm the invisible man.
Contract was gone.
Oh my God! As you actually sound better closer to the mic, mate. I think you should bring it a bit closer to your face.
Boom.
Not that close, you flaming prune. Yeah. I've got mine about 3 inches away from my mouth.
Yeah, you used to 3 inches on you.
Oh, there you go!
Oh,
shot out the park. There you go. He's on it tonight. He's on it tonight. He's on it like Marmite. Sean says, NUFC are looking at a Polish striker.
Oh, Jesus.
Ion Gudik. A really hard player, stand-up guy. Jesus Christ. Oh, Chippers, get rid of that stupid comment. Honestly, you're just disgusting. Judy says Joe Linton's back passage is so wide that when he pops, it sounds like Rocky Balboa having an orgasm. Oh, God almighty. Darren, good evening. Been reading some comments on Leeds' Facebook page and appears many have tickets for the home end. Yeah, we've been discussing that. What I do want to discuss about Leeds United, actually, guys, is they are struggling at the back. They've only got one fit centre back for Friday night.
Interesting. But attacking wise, it's still good. Bamford. Did you call him Rodrigo?
Rafinha.
Yeah. I think Harrison's a good player as well.
Yeah, very attacking wise on the. But the problem is, it doesn't matter whether they've got one set. It means we have to attack to get there in the first place. And given our home form at the minute, it's not exactly fantastic.
No.
Peter, we're echoing again.
Oh, Christ almighty.
I think he does need Christ almighty to help him out. Liam says masks don't stop you from getting COVID. Fair enough, they don't, but
no, they don't.
Tangy says, well, from one Steve to another Steve, you need to stop listening to them. Yeah, exactly. Them. Bruce wears a mask every game. He's a fucking bandit and a clown, says Geordie Sandcaster. John wears that mask in a basement. Yeah, John wears different kind of mask to what we're talking about. Look at him. He's just smiling as if he doesn't know what we're talking about. Liam says it's not COVID that's killing you. It's the condition that people have. Yes, exactly. That's what Barry was talking about before. Geordie says John's off to Rome on a romantic date with Joe Linton. Is it true you're taking Joe Linton, John?
Definitely not.
You sure about that?
Listen, he is going to take his sponsored products over to Rome and swoon the ladies. That is what Sinclair's all about. He is going to Italy to swoon.
Oh, God almighty.
Ivoli.
Andrew says, John, Italian women are hairy as fuck. Take a strimmer if you're muff diving. I thought that was Russian women. No, actually French women, isn't it? Russian women are... Yeah. Good evening, McAllister. I'm shitting playing you lot away now. Leeds fan here. Don't shit yourself. Don't worry. Listen, we are actually playing worse than you. You were against a very, very good Leeds United last night. Liverpool side last night, so I wouldn't worry. Peter, can you see John near the Gallagher?
When he smiles.
Listen, John's image has been beamed down from fucking space by the looks of him tonight. So he's not in the ground. He's just getting a satellite image of him in the ground. I mean, it looks like he's actually 2 foot from the fucking sun. COVID doesn't kill people. People with COVID kills people. Michael says, hi, Paul. I've given up my season ticket because of that miserable face bastard. I won't come back until Bruce fucks off and gets his money. Well, you're making a stance, Michael. Hats off to you, matey. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
This California raisin might be John.
Brilliant.
Oh, my God.
See, I don't know whether you guys have noticed, but every single episode, John has a moment, doesn't he? He does. Yeah. Whether it be on this show or on his own, he has a moment. Like tonight where he turned into the Invisible Man, like with a serious case of an MRI scan going on. So I don't know whether John's actually under lights or a fucking X-ray machine tonight. We're not sure. Geordie says, John asks Steve Bruce about flying. Jet to Portugal springs to mind. Chipper says only took 20 minutes to pipe up about Italy. Graham, good evening. New to the channel. What's the bloke's name in the top right? PD Proudlock. It's known as Peter to us, but his channel is PD Proudlock. Hope you got yourself subscribed, Graham. Nice to have you on the channel, my man. Judy says, what's the difference between Ryan Giggs and a Tesla? The Tesla gets fewer battery charges in a year.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh,
Judy. Wow.
Steve says, guns don't kill people. Nuh-uh. I kill people with guns. Yeah. Andy says Chippers is updating his OnlyFans page for the 736th time today. I would like to think those Leeds fans won't cause any trouble, Paul. Well, listen, I mean, I know plenty of Leeds fans, and they're all good lads. They're all good people. So, let's keep fingers crossed that it goes without trouble. But, you get the handful of people that can't handle the drink, and it turns nasty. The King of Northumberland is in the house. Dave Harrison. Hi, all thoughts on Steve Bruce's presser's train crash, in my opinion. Look, his press conferences don't mean jack shit to me anymore. I don't know about you guys, but he comes out with the same shit. It's like he sits there in front of a Steve Bruce press conference manual, and he comes out with the same crap time after time. But what he said to Lee Ryder, do you guys think, Baz, we'll start with you. Do you guys think that it's going to turn nasty straight away on Friday before ball is even kicked because of what he said?
I think it should have turned nasty at the start of the season.
Yeah.
And he's got away with it. We've given him a small, slim chance to turn it around, and he hasn't.
Yeah.
And I think it's time that the fans really showed their disgracefulness, a horrible side that we need to get rid of him. Because if he stays in charge for another 5 games, we'll have a maximum of 4 points going into the Christmas period, and we will be screwed. It's as simple as that.
Good evening, Susan. That's Misfit, by the way. Thought she'd logged into a silent disco at first, even John looked confused. Well, Susan, John looks John by now. He looks confused whenever even on his own live streams. He looks confused with what he's talking about. But
Brilliant.
I get the silent disco joke. Ha ha.
John working in Blythe Butchers.
There you go.
I was waiting for that. I was really waiting for that.
Can I just say, by the way, as well, everybody knows that me and Susan don't live together anymore, but we are still together and working through everything. The kids are still talking, which is really nice. The kids are actually talking, via FaceTime and stuff like that. They're having a sleepover on Friday. We're building back slowly. There was never a problem with me and Susan. It was just the family environments coming together. We're taking things a bit slower this time with regards to the kids, but me and Susan are still engaged and spot on. Everything's rosy in that garden. And I love it a bit because the way she handled last week as well with the hacking was absolutely fantastic and amazing. Just proves what kind of an amazing person she is. She saw those comments about who was it, John? It was Claire, wasn't it? There was comments coming from me about Claire and stuff like that, and then obviously she didn't see the comments further down until later on that night. So I'd just like to say that just proves what a remarkable person she is to understand that hacking goes on, and what happened to us was pretty devastating for me. But she took it. She was 100% behind us, as she always is with everything else, and backed us to the hilt. So. McAllister says, never a red card. It was totally accidental. Those tackles are made multiple times in a game and in training. Yeah, they are. It was. Has he? Is there any news that he's actually appealed that red card?
I'm not too sure. I'll have to have a look.
I think they will. They've got to.
I wouldn't surprise me if they will.
Thomas says, why did the golfer bring an extra pair of socks in case he got a hole in one?
Oh,
I've heard
that plenty of times, that one.
Michael says, Steve Bruce's Newcastle's career has been a train crash, never mind the presses. The happy highlights, good evening. I'm sorry I just came back, and whoever donated £150, you are absolute legend. Yes, he is. Michael is very well known on this channel. He is a massive donator to the channel, and he is a top man. I class him as a friend off camera, and he's just a wonderful guy. He's had some very, very tough goings on in the last couple of weeks, and he's battling through, and that's a measure of the guy as well. So Michael knows how I feel about him and knows that he can contact me anytime. Steve says Harvey Elliott has said on Instagram it wasn't a red card.
I've just seen it. Conor Dermot Gallagher, he thinks it's a red card. I mean, how weird.
Dermot Gallagher, man, for fuck's sake. I mean, he's a has-been, isn't he? Chipper says, John keeps looking down. Joe Linton must be sucking on that pepper army like there is no tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Find it hard to find yours, though, Chippers, wouldn't it?
Oh, God.
Oh, those bees are swarming again, John.
Jesus Christ, John, there's a swarm behind. What's happening? Here we go. He's going to adjust it again. John could disappear from screen very shortly, guys.
It was worked perfect for the last few years until now.
John, it hasn't. You need lights. That's why you look like a. That's why you look like a Malteser. Geordie says, which helmet, Paul? Klinsman's not a bad manager, says Andrew. Thomas says, John, where are your headphones? Yeah, now you need the headphones, John, and then we can actually have a silent disco between the four of us. Can you imagine if ASM received the Harvey Elliott tackle on Friday? Toon may as well give up. Look, I mean, and it could have happened to anybody at any time, that kind of incident. Any time there's a tackle made on the football pitch, that's just the risk you take. You know what I mean? Michael says, Peter, who is your 3 teams to go down this season? Has it changed since your original predictions? That's the question.
You feel like you want to change it at this rate and put us in there instead of...
I'd just like to point out that I did actually put us in there.
I think my predictions were Norwich, Watford, and Burnley.
Yeah. Has anybody else's predictions changed regarding relegation?
My table's completely out the window now.
Yeah, same here. I think we'll be relegated as well, by the way.
Oh, Burnley.
Hyphen Giggles, good evening. He says, Smooth Sinclair. What a name. John, you need to... I'll tell you what, you should change your Twitter handle to Smooth Sinclair.
Nah.
I think I might have a poll on Twitter later on tonight or tomorrow.
Come on, no.
Should John change his Twitter name to Smooth Sinclair? Geordie Sankas says, what about cricket, Paul? Did someone say cricket?
Oh.
Chipper says, Barry, you spelt my name wrong.
Did I? I can't get out of the way of the camera, to be fair.
You've gone with 1P, Baz.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, he's only got a tiny little P, so you can't have 2, can he?
I mean, it's... Get in. Ginger, good evening. If Newcastle lose on Friday, I'm packing away my Newcastle shirt and training top till the championship next season. Thomas says, I am going to Leeds. So am I. But I'm not going to Leeds. I'm actually going to Newcastle, Thomas, just to be clear on that. Darren says, what's the guy's thoughts on fans bringing in whistles to the ground as part of the protest? This will cause absolute mayhem. I did hear about this earlier on today. First, I'd heard of it, actually, that fans were planning on bringing whistles into the ground, John.
Whistles, flares, a lot.
I heard that as well. I mean, they talk about bringing tennis balls in, carriages as well. It'd be interesting. I mean, it seems to me now they're going to bring everything in, but if they do bring it in, it could cause a bit of a mayhem sort of thing. But I heard about it. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I think the security will be told to check more rigorously on Friday. People going into the ground and seeing what they're carrying, especially in the Milburn stand next to the dugout. I think that they'll really be going through making sure that nothing nasty's brought into the ground. Matthew says, if we were a decent team, we would have scored 2 in the first half against Man United. Yeah, we did make some wonderful chances, but we just didn't take them. I thought that Willock one, Peter, when he skied that over the bar, I thought if he just got his head up and rolled that back to Miggy, who was cutting right in, it was an open goal for Miggy.
Yeah. That was a piff.
in the middle.
No, Joe Linton was in the middle pass, but if you look at where Miggy runs just before Willock hits it, Miggy's right, literally just behind him for a tap in.
Right.
But instead,
I thought he should have squared it to Joe Linton because he was on the penalty spot, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I prefer pulling it back for Miggy, to be honest.
Well. Yeah, I totally agree with that. But that's what I saw when he ran through and I saw him going to shoot. I was like, you've got to hit the target, otherwise you're a right tool here because you should be squaring it. John,
will you decide if you're in Italy or bloody St James's Park, please?
St James's.
Okay.
I wish I was.
Ryan says, Paul, did your old headphones finally snap after not wearing them properly? No, the puppy got a hold of them and ripped one of the earpieces out, the little twat. So I funny enough, it was the same time that Barry sent me a picture of his new setup with his microphone and headphones. And I thought, oh great, he's got a new pair of headphones. And then I went to pick mine up. It was my fault. I left them on the chair, and somebody had moved them onto the coffee table by the back door, and I picked them up, and one of the earpieces had gone. So funny enough, it was time for a new pair for me as well. Andrew says, why can't Shearer go and train Joe Linton how to shoot? I know he can't stand Ashley, but it's the club he'd die for. It's not going to happen again. Shearer won't go near the club as long as Ashley's there.
Ashley, not a chance. Not after what his comments were on Match of the Day.
Yeah. Ashley will go one day. Been through it. Will happen. Keep the faith. Wilma Dickfit's back. I'm fine, Chippers. Thanks for asking. How's you? Oh God, is Wilma hitting on? Is Chippers hitting on Wilma?
Or is the Chippers hitting on Chippers?
Well, yeah, that's a good point, Baz. That's a very good point because we don't know who's behind Wilma Dickfit.
Yep.
Chippers says apparently John and Joe Linton have a new place. Apparently it's in London called Cum Gardens.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Bede says we have an aging backline that won't be able to deal with the pace of Leeds. A fear for us on Friday, but Leeds are also suspect at the back. 12 goals conceded in 4 games is worrying. Go on, Peter.
John, are you feeling okay? According to Andy.
He's gone back to bloody. He's gone back to Venice. Jesus Christ.
Sounds a bit better anyway, the picture sort of thing. So,
Andy says Simon Jordan needs to play with the traffic. Peter, good evening. Evening, gents. Did you hear what Alan Shearer said on Match of the Day? Yeah, Baz, you just mentioned that. Thoughts, guys?
Well,
he's right. I mean,
correct.
Spot on. Correct. What else can I say? He's absolutely spot on. He's passionate about it. I mean, the club that we love, this is the club we just don't love anymore because we're in an absolute mess. I mean, it's copy and paste. They don't want to buy new players because they're quite happy giving existing contracts to the players they've got already, so it's cheaper. So it tells everything we need to know about this football club. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Judy says, John said, when I bum Joe, I call it a fruit corner yogurt.
Oh.
Not because there's a lot of white and a bit of red dripping out his backside. Oh. No, it's because I back him into a corner and he gets mullet.
Oh, Judy. Oh.
Oh, man.
I don't actually know what to say to that one. I just don't. I physically don't know what to say to that. Oh my God.
Shit.
Anyway. Judy, you've knocked me for 6 hours. I'm trying to get my bearings here.
I've had that before. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the shows.
Oh God Almighty. That's Jesus Christ.
It's at Cosmo Small Play, yeah. I'm pretty sure I've had it on the show.
No, it's Chippers looking at Twitter.
So, somebody said to me today, just that once managers start having a dig at the local.
John and Joe Linton going on the holidays.
Somebody said that, once the manager starts having to go at the local press, Peter, that basically that is the writing on the wall, and it they normally get sacked not long after that. It happened with McLaren, it happened with Pardew, it happened with Allardyce. They all started attacking. Kinnear as well.
Yeah. I mean,
this is
there it goes.
So we don't know, do we?
Well, that was a very, very positive comment you made there, Peter. Full of enterprise there.
Well, it's just, oh my word. Everything at this club is just wrong. It's just...
Hey, you know what it is, guys, right? I mean, quickly.
I don't, John, but you're going to tell us.
Because if you look at this record, Steve Bruce's record, right, and the stats of this season, right? Since December, you might know this, I've got to say for the viewers anyway. Since December, Steve Bruce has only won 7 games out of the last 34 games, right? That is relegation form, right? Yep. Also, we made the worst start of the season since 1934. 87 years, that is, right? And our club's no further forward. Do you know what I mean? It is.
I know.
Oh, God.
Stato Sinclair, ladies and gentlemen.
What's got?
John, is this you in the gym at Corner Archer?
Oh, no.
John has only got an arm that big because he's had to wank off Joe.
Oh,
no! That's what it's
Jesus,
I was going to say high five to you,
Christ, John, man.
I was going to say high five to you, man.
Honestly. I've just noticed it, by the way. I've missed a bit when I've shaved my head today. I've got a big thick bit that going down the back like a Mohican. I'll have to sort that out. Chippers says John and Joe Linton found a new country. It's called Bumrain.
Oh God.
Jordan calling us toxic is priceless. We're passionate. When we're playing well, there's no better atmosphere than St James's Park, and when we're poor, it's rightfully vocal. Yep. Darren says, John, do you know Ivor Biggin?
Oh
Never.
God.
Ivor Biggin.
John, you
Never
did
heard
actually say there, I've never heard of him, and then you
Never
actually...
heard of
I know what it meant straight away. That.
Yeah. Archer says, good evening, lads. Well, Bruce can piss off. You don't go say there is potential. I'm sorry, but there is no potential. And say we've been training hard. No, Bruce, you went on holiday playing with your Johnny. Listen, Baz, about the holiday, you know, he came out with the excuse that there was... he had 6 international players away. 6. Now, that left the whole of the squad. But he goes on holiday. Not one single other manager do I know has gone on holiday during that international break.
Exactly. He's just a dead man walking. He's trying to get sacked. That's the only thing I can think of. He just doesn't care anymore. Like I said, we've seen him on the touchline, haven't we? He's not involved with the players when there's drinks breaks, when there's injuries. He just looks disinterested. And for him to not answer the question, which all the fans, we want to know, did you go on holiday? We've seen the pictures. Don't lie to us. Be honest. Be a man and come out and say, yes, I went on holiday. Yes, I'm trying to get sacked, and let's just see how it goes. Because it was shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, Ollie, you think of all the big clubs, don't you? The big 6. How many players did they have on international duty, and their managers didn't go on holiday?
Yeah, there was loads of pictures of their managers still on the training ground, so he's just a disgrace. Thomas says, Peter, I had a dream about me and you, and 21 people were escaping an island, and Paul, you and Chippers were selling shotguns because they were Joe Lintons on the island.
That's a very strange dream.
Oh wow.
I often wonder what goes on in Thomas's head, never mind his dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
Wilmer's back again. I heard that John Terry is strongly linked with the Nottingham Forest job if Chris Hughton was sacked. I think Chris Hughton's time at Forest may be well and truly up. They've had a rotten start of the season, and there's a lot of unhappy people. Kev, good evening, matey. I said give it 2 games on the fan forum last week, and I stick by it. Leeds is a massive game now, and surely must win to save his job. Get the cabbage clown out. I mean, do you guys, any of you think that if we get a hammering off Leeds on Friday, that we'll sack him?
They got no stuff.
You would like to think so, but probably not. Because as though Mike Ashley's wiped his hands with the football club now, by the looks of it. He's not bothered anymore. Yep. So, but if they did sack it, that would be great. But I'm not banging on it that it would happen.
Well, according to Luke Edwards, you might have seen it. But
don't mention his name on my channel, please.
Sorry.
But I know what you're saying, John, because I've seen the reports today that he's not at any risk in the short term to medium term. So, but I just think if we get, even a 1-0 defeat or something like that, even if we lose, it doesn't matter what the score will be. I think that ground will be absolutely toxic on Friday. I just think that what's happened between the Southampton game a few weeks ago and now, there's a hell of a lot happened, with his interviews, the performance, the team selection, substitutions on Saturday. I mean, Christ alive. I mean,
76 minutes for the first change.
Yeah, but John, it was who he changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Murphy, that was fine, but Hendrick and Lewis?
I didn't get them at all. And Dwight Gale, 2 goals down, and he doesn't bring on the only striker we've got on the bench. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
What I don't understand is why did he give a free contract to Gale? He was not willing to even give him a chance. If we're desperate for a striker. I mean, he's not great. Don't get me wrong. Like Dwight Gale is not a great striker.
No, I agree.
But he's got a bit of pace. He can get in behind and then cause a little bit of problems. He did score at Old Trafford when he last played for and started. You've just got to throw him the shirt and say, right, let's prove a point, prove the fans wrong, prove me wrong. Go out there and play. But he doesn't know how to do that.
Ryan, thanks for the £5 super chat, matey. He's put a comment underneath that saying, Bruce in work in progress. There's positives. Yeah.
Trust in the process.
John, I got pissed off with you saying that on Saturday. Every single time that the ball was given away or something, you came out with trust the process.
I was just being sarky. Trust the process. Just being sarky. But they say work in progress. Trust the process. We're still waiting for it because we're not good enough.
Well, thanks very much, Ryan. Very kind of you. I do really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Thomas says, John, how's the factory going?
What factory?
The sex factory.
Judy. Oh, Baz has got the mic now, so we can get close and personal. See, John needs a mic, doesn't he? Because he'd be like, "Hello, ladies. Sinclair is here. Smooth Sinclair FM."
Can you imagine me being a brilliant DJ?
He'd have his own radio station. It would be like you can just see it on a Friday night. Hello, ladies. Smooth Sinclair FM with your host, John Sinclair.
How is he not got? I'll tell you what, a Burnley player has just gone right through Richarlison and or Richarlison, how you pronounce his name. You know what I'm like with names.
You got that right the last one, Buzz.
Yeah. So Ty Crosby's gone right through him and sent him into the crowd, and he hasn't even got a card. It was ridiculous.
See, the refereeing is just so like there's no consistency with the English referees. I'd love to see foreign referees over me.
I would
send the English ones overseas.
Didn't they try and get the Italian one over, but he refused?
Oh, Kalina.
Yeah, Kalina, because he had to retire at 40, didn't or 50 or something, where we had a 5-year extra difference in our refereeing. For age retirement, but he wouldn't come over.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Trolls, thank you so much for the 50 krona. It's very, very kind of you. I really do appreciate that. So thank you very, very much. Very kind. Judy says, John, do you know Alpha? Alpha Kennybody?
Beats me.
He doesn't know what we're talking about. John, please read the name fast.
Alpha Kennybody.
Right? He's just said it. So yes, Judy, he would. Matthew says Steve Bruce is the opposite of thick-skinned. I will see you on Friday night for the match, Paul. Plus, I am all sorted for Watford away. Oh, well, lucky you. I'm actually going to the Gateshead match then anyway. So
I wouldn't call him lucky.
No, it's not really lucky. Wilmer says, well, it was reported by Luke Edwards, who was pro-Brucey, so those comments are what I expect from him, trying to add fuel to the fire. Idiots like that are causing a divide amongst this fan base. Postman Pat, how many letters did you deliver today?
Loads,
he says. Oh, I've lost loads of comments again. I do apologise, guys. Just StreamYard flicks through and disappears. Hi, ladies. I'm John, and I'm ribbed for your comfort and pleasure.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he's got the condom jumper on tonight. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Lee says, Paul, can you see John and PD behind you? Well, I can't see John because he sods off to Italy every 5 minutes on his green screen. Andy says, my ex-lass was hairy as fuck, to be fair. After 3 weeks of being with her, she looked more and more like an old tennis ball. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. John, you're going to get hammered until you get your lights sorted, mate. You're going to get hammered.
This is how John models Colgate.
1-0 Burnley.
Oh.
Is that a Goodison as well?
Yeah.
Oh. Paul says, evening lads, just got on. Did you like my Jones Eddie Howe art? I also did the Pimp Legend in his England 69 kit. Yeah, we saw them. Don't worry about that. Troll says it's confirmed PD is the mole. He is giving Ashley free commercial tonight.
Thank you very much.
Terrible.
You think Rodrigo is good because Newcastle is one of the few teams he turned up against last season, says Steve. Judy says, I'm told John's womb wrecker is so heavy when he prostitutes himself out, he had shipping and handling.
Oh, man. She comes to the podcast, doesn't she, Paul? She comes to some
Oh,
podcast.
she's brilliant.
She is absolutely fantastic, honestly.
John Sinclair FM live with the Womb Wrecker. I bet he play like smooth Lionel Richie music and shit like that. John, I highly recommend Portugal at this time of year. It's better than Italy.
Yeah, I've never done Portugal, but that's one of the places I would like to go.
Is that one of the lasses you've been talking to called?
You never know. Yay! Yes.
This is me, says John is such a lovely bloke and a great sport. Oh, without a doubt he is. He loves doing this show. He loves it. Anthony says, time for the fans to make their voices heard for the first minute on Friday. We want Brucey out. We want Brucey out. John.
Oh, man, that's all she wrote. Not murder, she wrote. That's all she wrote.
Is that one of your subscribers? Read that name out.
No, I just said, take out murder. Just put that.
No. The person that sent that comment, John, is it one of your subscribers? Just read the name out for us.
Yeah, well, I can't. Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote.
Still hasn't got it.
John, the name means what a cunt. Right? When you say it you say it fast, that is what you're saying.
Say it fast, John.
Well, I can't. What I can't. Yay! And I'm sorry for the pun, by the way.
I don't swear, says John. I don't swear.
John, I hope your mum's nowhere
Bazzer
near
is
you
on
at the
fire.
moment.
You what, Baz?
I said, I hope John's mum's nowhere near earshot of all this conversation.
Oh, my God. Johnny says, league supporters are proper supporters like ourselves, but it just takes a few dickheads to spoil the occasion for everyone. Exactly. You say that about any fan base. Chipper says, John, that MRI scan doesn't look good. There was a cock-shaped item in your head.
Oh.
Daniel, good evening to you, buddy. Steve Bruce's press conferences equal total tosh.
But the thing is, though, Paul, I've still got to do the press conference reaction every week. So,
yep. Well,
I have to do it.
I
don't know. I would have thought this. I think I know one who does it. You used to do it as well, Paul, didn't you? You used to do it, didn't you? Do you still do it, or do you not bother anymore?
Why would you want to listen to that tosser?
I mentioned it in me live preview of the game, yeah. But I just sort of add the comments that he said into me previews. John, who's that?
Oh, I'm not going to say it.
Oh
No, move it along.
Are you balancing a beanbag on your head, Paul, like a sports day? Eh? A beanbag, you cheeky bastard.
It does look like a red beanbag, though, part of the headphones.
It's a nice piece of sponge, actually, which is like sitting on my head quite nice.
It is.
Dean, good evening to you. It's a crying shame that we see ourselves getting relegated this early in the season, even though it's inevitable. Yeah, I totally agree.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. Is that John? Is that
holding a condom? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Guys, by the way, our viewers have one sixth sense of humor. There is no doubt about it. Seriously, the Four Horsemen viewers have some of the most sick but hilariously funny minds.
Oh yeah.
Anything planned for the 11th minute on Friday? Just with it being Newcastle and Leeds, it would be great to pay respect to Gary Speed. Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
There's sort of rumours going around, but we'll see what happens with that. But it would be a definite good idea to do that.
There's rumours going around of a protest as well, but what the hell's going on?
Yeah. I wish we kept Chris Hughton as manager.
I did
at the time. He did nothing wrong.
He didn't actually do anything wrong, but I think his style of football is getting a bit outdated now as well. He's really struggling. Dave says, that's fantastic news about you and Susan. Paul, really pleased for you both. Cheers, bud. Billy says, but we're never going to survive unless we get a little crazy. Who sang that song?
Everton scored, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, mate. I'm watching it on app and I haven't got that far yet.
That's all right. He ruins it for everybody all the time. He ruins it for me on watch-alongs and all. He's like 5 minutes ahead of me. Can anybody remember who sang that song?
Oh,
Yeah, got it.
I can't
Nope.
remember.
Probably the Spice Girls or something stupid like that.
It wasn't the Spice Girls, man.
Yeah.
Chris Houghton is a great guy, says Tangy. Do you think there is anything in Charlie sitting near Steve Cooper?
I
Not
don't
really.
think so.
Fantastic news about you. So, cheers, Geordie. Thanks, Thomas. It was a shocking challenge, says Tom.
That'd be the type. Could be the Liverpool one though as well. To be fair, but the Burnley one was shocking.
Yeah. Billy says Cooper did the exact same tackle 10 minutes later and Pawson didn't even give a free kick.
There you go.
Judy says, I think the hairs behind John is predator camouflage. Sexual predator, that is. Oh my God, sexual predator camouflage.
Oh, God.
Thomas says, what did the bean say to the other bean? How has it been?
Oh, Jesus.
Thomas, really. Bruce's press conferences are like NUFC transfer windows. Nobody cares and we end up with shit. That's it, yeah. Billy says, John advertising Ready Break.
What?
It's the glow coming off his head, isn't it?
Because he's all glowing. Because he's glowing, Pete, man. Remember the adverts?
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Yes,
Yeah,
no,
back
right.
in
You
the day,
pull Ready
man.
Break and suddenly you're like, you're glowing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. If Matty Longstaff was the mole last season, I wonder who Steve Bruce is going to blame next.
God
Yeah.
knows.
Sharik, good evening to you. As a Villa fan, I enjoy your channel. Unfortunately, this current Newcastle looks very similar to our Villa side season before we went down. Good luck for the season. Geordie's put a load of bees on there. It's John's background. Judy says those bees are after John's boy, honey.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I'm surprised they haven't made a hive around his balls. They're that big.
Did anyone watch this on John's channel? Seaman.
Oh,
hey.
God.
No.
John didn't click onto that one for about 20 minutes either when everybody was like Seaman. He just didn't. Anyway. John, if you turn that brightness up, you look like something from Cocoon.
I tried to down a bit.
Thomas says, Judy, they want more Joe Linton diarrhea, honey delicious.
Oh, Thomas.
No.
Dean says it'd be a miracle if we don't get relegated. It will be a miracle. It will be a miracle. Geordie says, wasn't a red card. And if it's true Harvey Elliott has come out and said it's not a red card, surely the Premier League should allow the Leeds player to play it instead of letting him serve out the red card. Yeah, I agree. Billy says you should be called Sniffer Sinclair. Geordie says, I don't like cricket. I love it. Did someone mention cricket?
Cricket.
Baz,
Yes.
about cricket, what happened to the last test?
Oh, Jesus
Bit
Christ.
of a farce, that, wasn't it?
Just a tad. It really was. Lots of rumours going around that they called it off because they wouldn't get back into India for the IPL. All the players came back with a negative test, so there was really no reason for them to call it off. The England team didn't know what was going to happen. They were ready to play the test. You got to feel sorry for all the fans who booked hotels, who booked tickets,
everything,
the
yeah.
full lot, just for them to say, "Oh no, sorry, we're not going to play." You can't pick and choose when you're playing, and this is what always. And Annie will kick off when I say this, but India always do this. They always do something stupid. They wouldn't allow DRS into cricket in their country for about a year until it got further down the line.
Yeah.
They're just,
Yeah.
I'm angry about it.
I've noticed.
It was
Dennis
such a
has
good series, though. It was it was on a knife edge. They were winning 2-1. We had a chance to, they had a chance to win a series in England, which they did it 2 years ago as well, I suppose. But it was one of the best series I've watched in a very long time because every game was up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's just a shame they ruined it.
Have you finished talking about cricket now, Baz?
I love it.
I know.
Everton scored a game, by the way. Sorry, Baz.
Oh, you know,
John,
what I mean?
what is that with you?
No. Sorry.
John, just wait for me to announce it. You know I'm behind you.
Sorry,
You
sir.
enjoyed the goal. Jesus.
He's like a naughty school kid, isn't he?
Yes.
Dennis says, hi, guys. Hope everyone's okay. Can you tell me why Jurgen Klopp was not sent off for going on the pitch? He didn't even check on the player who was hurt. I didn't see all that, to be honest. Graham Jones is favourite for the Newcastle job if Bruce leaves.
True, right, Steve Bruce is always on the pitch. I mean, I noticed that against the Southampton game. He is never in his technical area. He's always right on the sideline, and no one ever says anything to him because he's shit.
Yep.
Oh, what a goal, by the way.
So Everton are 2-1 up now.
So happened again.
Yeah. Andrew Townsend, another guy who I said we should sign.
It's Andros, by the way, Barry, not Andrew.
Well, Andrew, the same.
You are terrible with names, like unbelievable. Judy said, Blind Dave said he wants to take part in the protest. Chipper says, don't worry, Dave. Just put this in your mouth and blow. Ian, good evening to you. The man that makes my thumbnails for the Four Horsemen. An absolute genius. Oh, my God.
Yay.
That's a disturbing picture, that. So, Ian, thanks very much for doing all the. I'm intrigued. I'm actually intrigued to see what he comes out with next. John, it's the auto white balance on your camera that's causing the color problem.
Yeah. By the way, Andrew.
I mean, have you adjusted any settings on your camera, John?
Forget about his camera. Andrew Townsend has just scored the goal of the weekend, probably the goal of the season so far. Fully 35 yards. Beautiful, right in the top corner.
Geordie says, it's a quote from the beautiful South song. It could be St. James's Park or anywhere but Rome. Chip says to Judy, here you didn't complain when you blew.
Oh my God.
I think Chippers just goes to bed in the night time and just thinks of Judy and plays with himself every night. John is back in Italy again. Wilma says, well, I haven't got Monday vibes. I'm not sure what. Judy says, hey, if I blew it, you'd think your lines were a tugboat. 3-1.
Yeah.
Everton going crazy.
Who scored the third one?
I think it was Gray. I didn't get to see it. I've just looked. Yeah, it was great. Another 1.25. What was it? 1.5 or
So
2.5
Burnley,
million?
sounds like Burnley have capitulated the night after taking the lead.
Yeah.
Thomas, you're coming out with some ridiculous jokes tonight. Like, I'm sorry, but they are proper dad jokes. Tangy says, with Leeds leaking loads of goals already this season, it puts even more pressure on us to get a result on Friday, because if we get beat, it makes us look even worse. Exactly. Wilma says, I bought a pack of those animal-shaped biscuits, but had to take them back as the seal was broken.
Oh, God.
Judy says, I apologize if I ruined fruit corners for you all.
Sounds like you have.
I don't think I'll look at them the same way, Judy. Put it that way.
Well, you do it like yogurt, you said, Paul, do you?
No, I'm not a fan.
Brian has just said, watching the show while working, tell Paul I found where you can buy flares, Westgate Road. I'm buying £30 worth, pass it around.
Oh, my God. Jesus. MB7 says, why does John's background make him look like a newsreader on a breakfast show? Good morning, Britain, with Jonathan Clare.
Oh, God. All right.
Today, it's going to be bright and sunny, especially on your face, where you can actually impersonate the fact that you've had an MRI scan. Tom says, John, if you had a dance-off competition with Paul, Bazza, and Peter, who would win?
4-1.
4-1.
Oh, he's offside. He might be offside, actually.
Oh, who put it in?
Decorah.
Oh.
NUFC Josh says no Wilson and bet you a tenner Bruce playing Linton. Where's the goals? John, that's one of your followers, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Under 23s lost to West Bromwich Albion. Yeah, I know that. It's not great. Paul just come from his chain gang. Chain gang?
Burnley playing so bad, is Dyche going to be sacked? Or is he literally got a job for life at Burnley?
Yeah, I think he has.
It sounds like it.
I can't see him getting sacked at Burnley.
He won't sack him. I think he's got 1 year left on his contract, by the way, as well, Dyche. So
It'd be interesting to see if he actually stays at Burnley, but I don't think he would get sacked. Wilmus is handing over my ID at the post office. The assistant said, "You've aged quite a bit since this picture was taken." Yes, I replied. I had taken it just before I joined this queue. Richard says, Sheila oblige, John. Oh, Sheila oblige. She'd oblige. Oh, God. Will Bruce ever play 4-2-3-1?
No.
You would like him to, but he's not going to go with it.
Yeah,
he's done it before, though. He's done it before, but
true. But
when?
He actually did a bit in the
first
1920
season.
It was like this. It was after when we lost to Palace 1-0. He did go more. He did actually try and go 4-2-3-1,
and it worked. It worked.
But now he's just arrogant,
arrogant two-faced. Yes.
Yeah. Lee says, if you were supposed to drink WD-40, why does it come with a straw?
Oh.
Thomas says, John gave Joe Linton a wank so hard I passed out. Well, what are you doing watching it, Thomas?
You probably got hit by the,
Oh, Senshi says he played Wilson when he was hurt. Now, this has come out, obviously.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Thoughts on that, guys? That he played Wilson injured?
If he's injured, don't play him. And look what's happened now.
Yeah.
Now we could be here and maybe not back till next month.
Well, early reports were that he was coming back early October. Then further reports came out that he's got another 6 games out. I mean, by those 6 games, we could be a long way behind.
Yep,
easily.
We'll be bottom of the table, lads.
Sharik says, who would you take if Bruce got sacked? I personally want Smith gone from Villa. But he was better than Bruce, at least. I thought Smith was doing a good job at Villa.
I think he's doing a decent job there. I mean,
why do you want him out, Sharik? I find that a bit strange. Peter says, according to Steve Bruce, the team trained for 6 days before the Man United game.
That's a load of rubbish, that man.
Yeah.
6 days.
John, I hope you're reading that comment. John, shut your face a minute. Listen. Look at that comment from Jack. Coming up for Bristol for the Leeds game, I hope to bring the luck. Hope to bump into you, lads. Well, if you just, when you come into the ground, me and Peter and some of the other lads are normally standing just to the side of the club shop. So come and say hello if you do. John, coming up from Bristol.
You might not be working on the Friday.
Thanks for that. Anyway,
I couldn't hear that. I had sound problems at the minute. Sorry.
Oh, very convenient.
Very convenient. Yeah, very convenient, John. It's that MRI machine. It's getting in, the sound waves aren't getting through to you. Anyway, Geordie says Bruce has a past of walking away from clubs, and I think that's what the club are waiting for instead of paying Compo for sacking him. Well, they'll be waiting a long time because he won't. Bruce won't be sacked. Look at last year when we went 21-2. He still was in a job. I don't know how Bruce is still in a job, says Keith. Bruce will not be sacked. That would suggest Astley has ambitions for the club. He's long since lost interest. St James's Park will be toxic. Steve Bruce has digged himself a hole that he can't get out of.
Mm-hmm.
Ian says Ashley sees the future manager as a problem for new owners. I can't see him being sacked, but think he will walk. So he thinks Steve Bruce will eventually walk. Steve Bruce loves Dwight Gale. He's always wanted to sign him, but never fucking plays him. Absolute joke.
I just don't get it.
He said that about a few players. Go on, John.
I mean, that comment there just doesn't quite add up at all whatsoever. It's ridiculous. I mean, we need him on the pitch on Saturday.
Yeah.
Even though he's not a Premier League striker, but at least he is a forward. Do you know what I mean? That tries to score goals, but it's boost for you. It's boost for you.
Yeah. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. The fans should stay back after 90 minutes and chant Bruce out. Enough is enough.
That's not enough. It needs to be the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not forgetting they got rid of Muto as a striker as well.
Yep.
Do you know what it is? I mean, can you imagine? You can just see it now. We bring Andy Carroll back on a game-by-game basis.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
I mean, if that did happen, there would be absolute uproar. Absolute uproar.
Yeah, but
finished.
you'd use him in the last 2 minutes of the game, won't he, to defend corners?
2 minutes, that's a
Aye.
bit long, Baz. It's only 20 seconds.
True.
Darren says, Bruce going on holiday while the position we are in is a piss take to those who lost jobs because of the pandemic. The guy's an absolute clown.
Well said, Darren.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
Wilma says we have to trust the process. If I hear that one more time. Seriously.
Oh, Burnley back in it. 3-2.
3-2. Wow,
Oh, no,
what a game.
He's offside.
Yeah.
Offside goal.
Trull says we can't do friendly protests anymore. It doesn't work. Sad to say, but true. This is me said, Paul, that sounded sexy as fuck. Obviously, when I've been there, when I did my little radio thing there. Hello, ladies. Wilma says, hello, ladies. Sorry, Baz?
That wouldn't have been offside if it wasn't for Wood or Barnes doing what he does, like bumping into the goalkeeper, because Pickford's had a nightmare there. He's come out to claim it. Wood's given him a little nudge in an offside position, but he wouldn't have got anywhere near the ball and they would have scored. Terrible.
Bloody hell. I mean, Barnes is a little shit. I can't stand him.
Oh, yes. That challenge when he was offside
on
the goalkeeper, or the vice versa, it was terrible.
Wilma says, hello, ladies. You've been hit by a smooth criminal, John Sinclair. Michael says, hi, Paul. I broke my ankle today playing football. Will you wish me a speedy recovery? All the best, buddy. I hope you get recovered nice and quick.
Get well soon, Paul, mate.
Paul.
And now the
Michael.
comments.
Michael.
Yeah. Jesus, John. Trying to wish the lad a speedy recovery from breaking an ankle, and you call him the wrong fecking name.
Sorry, game. Michael, wish you a speedy recovery, Michael.
There you go. The legend Sinclair. He'll send you a signed photo, mate. Thomas says, Paul, are you in prison? No, I'm not. I've got the Dutch top on tonight, so it's a Holland shirt. So I'm not in prison. Get well soon, Michael, says Thomas. Wilma says, get Pierre Luigi. Yes. Kalina out of retirement. Yeah, it would be nice to see. This is how far the comments are behind, guys. Billy says, Bruce saved Hurt skunk on holiday and wanted to take it home as a pet. How can I get it home? He asked his wife. Put it down your underpants. What about the smell? If it dies, it dies, he said. John, when is your first Newcastle match?
If I get time off from work,
Why buy a season ticket?
No, John. Why don't you plan ahead? If you've got a season ticket, why don't you plan the games that you can go to and get? These things are called like holidays, from work. Take a few days holiday here and there and plan in advance.
I will do. Honestly, don't worry. Stop panicking. I'll be up really soon.
Hey, I'm not panicking, mate. I'm not panicking at all. Don't you worry about that.
I know. But we'll come off.
If anybody's going to be panicking, John, it's clearly, obviously your fan base who's wanting to get these photos and signed autographs, I mean, they're the ones that are going to be panicking. When are they going to see the great legend of Sinclair in a Newcastle game?
I know.
It's going to happen.
But when?
I'm gonna try and play. I know the Chelsea game's on a Sunday. What's that?
The Spurs game's on a Sunday after we play Leeds. Well, then we've got that. Then we've got Watford. Then after Wolves, after the international break, and then it's
international. Then
and it's Spurs at home.
International breaks, man. They should ban them. Ban them all.
Oh, I can't be off with them.
Peter, thanks for the £5 super chat, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Very kind, my man.
Damari Gray this season, 2.5 million. Damari Gray, right?
Yeah.
Three shots on target in the Premier League, 3 goals.
Yeah, there you go. And for not lots of money either. He was linked with us at one stage, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Very briefly. Yeah. Guys, we've got about 25 minutes of the show left. So if you are enjoying it, please don't forget to smash the like button for me. It really does help build up the channel. And if you're new and like what you see, God help you if you like what you see on this show on a Monday night. But if you like what you see, please do consider subscribing. The links to all the guys' channels are down in the description. Please go and subscribe to them. Barry's closing in on 500 when he gets to do a giveaway. John is close to 1,000, and when he gets to 1,000, you can get all them autographs and signed photos.
He'll strip.
And he'll do a strip tease as well. He's promised his Twitter harem a strip tease. And obviously, Peter, with some match day vlogs and previews, player ratings, etc. So go and sign up to everybody's channel. And like some very kind people have already done tonight, if you want to donate to the channel, hit the $sign at the bottom of the live comments. It'll take you through to a super chat payment if you wish to do so. Thank you in advance for that as well. Andy says, Paul, stop speaking so close to the mic, man. I don't normally wank after 9 p.m. Wow.
I bet that was challenging.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Truls, did you see the grey on John's cheek? He didn't wipe it off. Wilma says, I bet John wants to pressure drop Joe Linton, but there's many rivers to cross with 3 little birds who want red wine. Oh, Jesus Christ. Luke says, rumour has it that Steve Bruce has had a massive falling out with Lee Charnley over the lack of signings. He said to a close friend that he's putting it in writing. So, yeah, but he still hasn't resigned, which is what we all want. James, good evening to you. What did you make of our players chasing Ronaldo for his shirt after the 4-1 defeat? Not what you want to see after a loss. They didn't seem bothered.
Yeah, I heard about that, and it's like...
I heard about it, but Hayden came out and defended everyone.
He did actually put a rather strong tweet out, didn't he?
Yeah, and I kind of agree with him. At the end of the day, it's not often you get to grace the pitch with one of the best players in the world.
The greatest of all time, Baz. The greatest of all time.
Second.
Don't you compete with your microphone with me, matey.
Third.
Fuck off, third.
The real Ronaldo is the best player to ever grace our football pitch.
Not having it, Barry. Not having it. No. This Ronaldo has done it in various countries, done it for his country. Blah, blah, blah. Need I go on?
So is Messi.
Bullshit.
Of course he has.
Paul says, Messi hasn't done it in different leagues. He's only just signed for PSG, and he's playing in the pub league.
And he's doing it.
Ronaldo's done it in the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, the best leagues in the world. So Messi decides to go and play for the pub league to play against the Dog and Dragon every week.
Still better.
Anyway, Paul says, last time I saw speakers that far apart, it was a Rolling Stones concert. Massive Swede. Fuck off. Truls says, sailors have a woman in each port. John has one in every town. Someone says, John, how old is your mum?
No.
What else did I have for? 85.
There you go. Warren says, did you see the video of Bruce conference rant sent it to Peter? Yeah, we've seen it. Is there a condom in John's head?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's rumors going round John cod his mother. I'm not sure what that is. He did swear at his mother last week, though. Hit the like button, everyone, says Tom. Thanks very much. Yes, it was Seal that sang the song, Ryan. Cheers. Archer says, right, that's right. I'm at the Leeds game, Watford away, and going to Wolves away, even though we are playing shit. At least Vicarage Road and Wolves will be an experience. It certainly will.
Oh, I haven't been at Watford, but I've been at Wolves years ago.
Thank you, everybody, for saying it was Seal. I do appreciate that. I've had over 35 comments telling me it was Seal. If Newcastle did get look, Tom, to be honest, we get that question every week. We'll talk about who we want in if Bruce ever goes. I think that's the best way of doing it, rather than say who we would want before he's actually gone. It's a marine animal. Okay. Yeah. Michael says John used Joe Linton's cum as wallpaper paste to put the green screen up.
Jesus Christ, that's a good one.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a Don Revie's Leeds in today's game if refs give red cards for challenges like that yesterday. Yeah, I know. There'd be a lot more red cards.
We're afraid every weekend, won't it?
Exactly. Ryan says there was a strange black naked guy being chased down Blythe High Street. Was that you, John?
Not guilty, me lord.
What is that?
If I'm down here.
We know what's down there, John.
It's the womb whacker.
Oh,
sorry, the womb wrecker. Paul says, can't call John Smooth Sinclair. I bet it's like a 1970s afro down there. Oh my God.
I tell you what, I'd love to get an afro. Like, it'd probably suit us down to get an afro. Can you imagine that?
Did you not have one in the 60s, John?
I didn't know. Was he young and had an afro hairstyle in some of these?
Johnny's taking the piss, man. Will you please crack? Like, learn these jokes. He's trying to say you're old. Please. Judy,
you know what it's like?
So
it's like watching Evander Holyfield in a ring, listening to John sometimes, isn't it?
I know. Judy, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. You're an absolute gem. She says, third Ronaldo, second Messi, the first, the greatest of all time, Warren Barton. Then she goes on to say, Baz's background showing what the boys in the dressing room can shove up Joe Linton's bottom. Wow.
A good fist.
Billy says, trust the process and Murder, She Wrote. John, can you just explain to me, right? During the watch along on Saturday, you kept saying Murder, She Wrote. What the fuck did you mean by that? I'm actually still baffled.
No, so what I meant to say is it's just that's all she wrote. I got it wrong. I got to put my hand up. I got confused this wrong. It's all she wrote.
All she wrote.
That's terrible. That's all she wrote. That's a saying. So when the writing's on the wall,
I say like 3-1 game over, 4-1 game over. That's all she wrote. That's it. Game over.
There's no Baz. There's no writing on John's wall. It's just white. Darren says, give John a pimp suit and a hat, then he would look like Huggy Bear. John, I think the first Newcastle game you come to, we should just dress you in a Huggy Bear outfit. That would be absolutely hilarious.
Wow, that'd be hilarious. Imagine that rolling back the years, eh? Oh yes.
Tangy says Rafa looks like he's going to get 10 points from a possible 12. Meanwhile, Cabbage 1 point from 12.
What a manager!
What a manager!
Yeah. Everton have gone crazy. I bet they don't want Rafa out now. Up the Mag says, hello, guys. Predictions for the match. By the way, Baz, you're the man. And Paul, can you say hello? I'm a legend, please. Hello. Baz, you're the man.
Thank you.
Keith says, Paul, you would be good on the radio. Get to those phones. It's Alan Robson on the Night Owls.
I used to love the Night Owls.
So did I. I used to have a headset in when I used to go to bed on the night time. I was at school. You used to listen to Alan Robson. Yep. Quick turnaround, Rafa, tactical genius. Thomas says, Paul, I got a Rottweiler today. His name is Rocky. He is so cute. Thomas, send us a picture of him, will you, on Twitter? I'd love to see him. Or Facebook, whatever you follow me on. Billy says, good morning, Britain, with me, John Sinclair. Friday follow to Susanna Reid and Laura Tauban.
Wow.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, man.
Burnley are all over the place at the back. Everyone have just fourth cancelled out, but look like they will score every attack. Mickey says, unpopular but ...
Oh, we're going to be a while for that.
I'm not sure that. Yeah. Is it consent if a girl says yes in her sleep? Oh, God almighty.
Oh, Ryan, man.
Ryan, that's
There's a line, and I think he crossed it with that.
Yeah. Bede says, when we will get rid of this buffoon of a manager, he also needs serious media training. He doesn't need media training, Bede. He's just a bell end.
Exactly.
A monumental one at that.
And he needs to. Fuck off.
Exactly. Well said, Pete. Wonder if Phil McCracken is watching the Everton match with Itchy Cox.
Oh, God.
And still nothing from John Sinclair. Judy says, when Burnley went 1-0 ahead, Ben Mee was responsible. Sadly, Everton thought misheard Ben Mee over and slapped 3 in the back net.
Oh, my God.
Thomas says, well done on Manquillo on scoring his first goal for the Toon. Yes, very well done. Absolutely brilliant goal it was. And he kept very level-headed because he could have just took a swipe at that, could have gone anywhere, but the control was brilliant into the bottom corner. Mickey says, what happened with Ryan Fraser?
Injured again.
David says, has John been on those sunbeds?
So it's over.
John, where's your football green screen? Stop showing us Joe Linton's village. Oh, my God. Danielle, good evening. Good to see you on the show. Danielle says, John, no more trust the process in the watch along on Friday. The only process we are seeing in the quickest way to get the championship. Bloody Steve Bruce, the biggest monumental bell end ever to manage our club.
Yep, definitely.
Well said, Danielle.
And she was on my chat on Saturday as well after the match.
John, this is another thing I need to pick up on here, right? John, right? When you're talking about your show, right? People don't come on your chat; they come on your show.
Sorry.
It's just when you keep saying, "Oh, I need to get a journalist on me chat," and it's like, John, it's not a chat. The chat is in the comments, right? You are running a show. People come on your show, not your chat.
Sorry, sir. I tell you what, Paul. Do you want to be the agent?
Hey, John. It depends how much you pays, mate. I'll be there. I'll be there.
You don't come cheap, though.
Yeah, we'll not go into that, John.
We talk numbers another time.
Yeah, exactly. You know I love you, brother. Daniil says, common sense tells you if a player is injured, don't play him. Mm-hmm. Paul, will you get Susan to do my pictures for YouTube? I'll try, mate. I'm trying. Mickey, Ryan Fraser got injured whilst on international duty. Good evening. John, who's that? That is one of your subscribers.
Yeah. Wanking. Yay! Yay!
Oh man, I'm done. Seriously, I just the whole 90 minutes needs to be Andy Baz, will you pack it in? It's not having the effect on me that you thought it would anymore.
I'm going to leave it there then. I'm sure it is.
Twat. James. Cock. James Rain says we must get at Bruce from the minute he comes out the tunnel, not just the odd moments during the game on Friday.
Yes.
Chris Kamara on the bottom right. It's 3-2. Chris Kamara. Tom says, John, are you doing a Champions League watch along this week?
May not be. So I'm doing a show with Claire Williams on Wednesday.
You're doing a show with Claire Williams. What's that about? How brilliant Ronaldo is, how wonderful Man United are, and how beautiful the Manchester women are. Is that the live stream you're doing?
And what Nick is
Anderson, sure.
Bastard, shocking. No.
We're going to talk about Man U, Newcastle, and bit of season so far.
Baz, will you pack it in?
What's he doing now, like?
Sin, you're going to talk about Claire's underwears and stuff. Claire, if you are watching this, I do apologise for Barry's behaviour.
That'll be on a Wednesday, so...
It's definitely not free to you, by the way.
Pickford wouldn't have a nightmare if he didn't have little arms. Chipper says apparently John Sinclair is the Val Venus of Bristol, but calls himself Val Penis. Chippers, that was actually funny, mate. I'll give you that one.
Do you think Pickford gets really angry because he's got such small arms he can't reach his penis?
Yeah, I think that as well. He has to get people to hold it when he goes to the toilet. Or he's one of them guys that has to sit on the toilet to have a pee. Richard says, Gail looks like he will be starting on Friday. I bet you he's not.
It's not going to be.
Mike Sack
does well against Leeds.
Yeah, Bruce's biggest fan is on. Can't blame Bruce for the defeat against Man United. Newcastle were good and 2 goalkeeping mistakes cost Newcastle in the end.
Yeah, but still these substitutions were garbage.
Explain the substitutions. Explain the lack of trying to change anything when we're behind.
And does he not tell a team how to defend properly?
Exactly.
That's 12 goals conceded in 4 games.
Yes, Mike Sack is a wind-up.
And 3 clean sheets since February. Tells his own story.
Ryan's asking you a question, John, asking what mental health issues you suffer from. That's
Don't
very.
suffer anything.
I'm not exactly. Geordie says, "How do we get signed merchandise off members of this channel?"
Subscribe to my channel and you might win something for free.
DM us on Twitter. DM us. Or come and see us at the game. I mean, I know John's already said, he would be happy to sign autographs and stuff like that, but just come and have a chat with me and Peter, you know what I mean? We don't have ready-made fanny packs with our signed photographs in them like John Sinclair will. We'll turn up with his fucking Huggy Bear outfit and his long staff.
Why? I have to ask the question as well. Why would you want it?
Baz, because other channels do merchandise. I'm actually gonna. I'm not far away from actually having Toon Review shirts and jumpers. So, I'm working on that and behind the scenes. I'm still looking for somebody to sponsor me channel or sponsor a few videos. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. But I am actually debating about having a membership on this channel as well. So members would get like extra videos and stuff like that. But I want to get people's feedback on that before I do anything like that. Geordie says people want John's autograph. Jack says if we go down this season, I don't see us going straight back up. Bruce has to go. Well, yeah, I mean Postman Pat is so underrated, says Thomas. Tom, John, when you come up, can I take you to Your Eyes Only? You will love it.
No. Yeah, yes, I know what that is.
Do you know what Your Eyes Only is, John?
Get the meaning.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I know what it is and all.
Let's just say, John, if you walked in there, you'd clear the room because your anaconda would be so far out. Everyone else runs scared.
If he got that out in for Your Eyes Only, people in Central Station will be running for their lives. Wilma says, John, I want an autograph and a photo. How can I arrange them when you are stuck down in Bristol? Get your ass up to Newcastle and watch a match starting with Leeds, says Wilma.
That's on a Friday and I can't make it.
Go get on the free bar 37.
Well,
he's retired.
Yep, he's officially announced his retirement.
Yeah, he's done. Thanks, Thomas. Smash the like button like John smashed his mum's jaw.
Ryan, man.
Ryan. Wilma says, I've heard John is planning on doing a striptease for the food bank.
No, I haven't got.
Actually, do you know what it is?
I would even do it anyway.
He'd raise a fortune for the food bank doing that. And just see outside the ground, John, where they can do the collection. I'll have a word with Steve Hasty and I'll tell him that you're coming along to do a little striptease, and any proceeds go straight to the food bank.
You can leave your head on.
Not for
Ladies and gentlemen.
Not for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I may have your attention, please. John Sinclair will be pouring a striptease. Please donate directly to the food bank. Mr. Lover.
John's strip will be live on Zoom.
Can't do that. Never.
Layla says, do you think Leeds will go down? No. Archer says, I believe there is a small fire on Buse's pubes while Joe Linton waters his pubes with the Joe Linton juice. John saw Joe Linton wax stripping his nobby. Lads, pray for Harvey Elliott, spreading the message. Yet we've mentioned him already. There's only one. John Sinclair says, Wilma, I want your autograph, sir.
Cool.
John, another one of your subscribers.
Oh,
man.
I broke my husband's nose when I closed my thighs earlier. Can John give me a shout out to make me feel better? Come on, John, you can't let Fanny down. Wilma says, Paul, how can I get Paul's autograph? I'll scribble it down somewhere. DM us. Niall says, hi, Paul. Loan update. I support Motherwell and we played Aberdeen. Matty Longstaff was poor and offered nothing for Aberdeen.
That's what I heard. Aye.
It's only one game.
Yeah, true. But...
Ryan says, Messi, no way, couldn't touch Ronaldo.
Other way around.
But Wilmer thinks Messi is better than Ronaldo. At least he's not a ... We were always going to lose the Man United game, but if we don't pick up points soon, we'll be in trouble by the end of the season.
Yep.
Wilmer wants to know how old you are, John.
52.
There you go.
Looking good for 52.
Certainly is.
There's life left in the anaconda yet.
Wilmer says, "Fucking hit
Just
that
needs
like
the
button
blue
now."
pill.
Oh,
Barry.
To be fair, the size of it, he needs 3 of them.
Nah. Besides the Empire State Building, by the time he's took 3 of them, Jesus wept.
No, John, when it goes up, do you get a headache?
Oh dear. People are saying Everton had a poor window, but Graham Townsend look unreal signings of the summer. They certainly started well, but let's face it, it's a long season. Jordy says, "Well, I don't want Mark Hughes, Tony Pulis, Fat Sam, Alan Pardew, and the likes." No, we're past all them now, surely. Yeah, we've seen that one now. Also, Brighton have 3 wins in 4. I'm seeing it now. Brighton will get top 6 when they have Lamptey back.
What?
I wouldn't say top 6. I think they'll have a
Could be
decent season.
mid-table.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
I would say maybe 10 to 14th, maybe for Brighton. Or maybe it's actually 8 to 12th. I'm not sure. James says, "Could my son Parker Rain get a shout out? As bad as we're playing, he's loving his first season as a season ticket holder. Will be his first game under the lights on Friday." Parker, I hope you have a great time, matey. And if you and your dad are around the shop before the match or after the match, come and say hello. Me and Peter will be there. So come and say hi. Hope you enjoy the game. John, what's your favourite cheese?
Cheddar, and
John was fanning himself on Sunday because Joe Linton farted behind the green screen. Truls says John's butt widener just created chaos at the local library when he was looking at a picture of Joe Linton and doing a salute. Malcolm, good evening. AA, all right, calm down. John's got a Scouse afro down there. Judy says Basil was arrested for asking young teens if they wanted 4 fingers in them. Police have released him, provided he chooses his words more carefully when offering free Kit Kats.
Fuck off.
One King's back again. John's nickname is Singer. Not because he has a great voice, it's because he goes like a sewing machine. Oh, God. Jules says John's got dreadlocks super long down south, so the ladies have a problem finding the right staff.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Thomas says, Paul, I don't have Twitter or Facebook. Sorry. Toon Review on Instagram as well. If you want to go there, I haven't posted on there for ages, but the account's still going. Michael says, John, is your next live stream doing the weather since the green screen is lit up? Telling your Twitter birds it's going to wet down south.
Nobody touches my weather girl.
That's right. Fair enough. Tangy says, he used to listen to Night Owls on a Sony Walkman. Yeah. Itchy Cox wants to know, will my dick fit?
Oh, my God.
Oh, dear. John's willy is so large, you have to get council planning permission as he demolishes your back passage.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Judy.
Quality.
Oh, my God. All right, we've got about 5 minutes left of the show, guys. So we'll try and rattle through some of these last few comments. John's, how's your Ramaman Deep Grinder account doing? Joe Linton matched with you yet? Jesus. Looking forward to another Annie and Chippers loving tomorrow. Yeah, I know the fan forum, it gets a bit competitive between them two. Judy says scientists have confirmed John's willy is the second largest thing on the planet. The only thing longer is the queue of ladies trying to get on it.
Oh, God.
Living hell. Judy, you're quicker with these comments than John is on Joe Linton's face. Who's the best tosser on the Four Horsemen? Show for pancakes. It's certainly not me. It's certainly not me.
Waterless.
I wouldn't know where to start.
What kind of pancakes? Are
What
we
do you mean, what
talking
kind of
John
pan-
Joe Linton pancakes or are we
Oh,
talking
Baz,
actual
man.
pancakes?
Stephen thinks you're a closet Man United fan, John.
Oh,
And Italian
Well,
fan
guilty.
and every other fan.
John, will that stream go ahead this week because you had people waiting last week? Yeah. What was the crack with that, John? You didn't even take it down off YouTube, yet you still had your show pending all night.
What it was, I forgot to click on elsewhere and so I'd get that deleted. So, God.
See, because everybody was thinking you were actually doing the show, but forgot to click on live. So you were actually chatting away to Claire without actually realizing you weren't live. Are you going to admit to making that mistake, John?
Yeah, I'll admit it.
Paul says, I don't think Claire wears underwear on the shows with John.
Oh, man.
Steve Bruce says, Peter, you talk utter nonsense. I'm a Premier League manager. Are you? There's your answer.
you're a shit Premier League manager.
Yeah.
Peter, don't let me down. All right? Because I found a follower for you and he followed you because you're going to be doing Gateshead streams. Don't let me down. I told him to follow you and you only.
Okay.
Oh, well, cheers, Baz.
Well, you don't do Gateshead streams, do you?
I'm going to the Gateshead game when Newcastle are
yeah,
away.
but
Watford.
you don't do non-league streams like Pete does.
Well, Pete only goes once in a blue moon.
Yeah, but he still does streams and information on them.
Listen,
the only one.
Baz.
Listen,
you're in a freaking Facebook group that I can't get into because you've probably barred me out of there. And now you're giving followers to bloody to Proudlock. What's going on with you?
He's not following me either. I give him to Pete because Pete does non-league stuff and he talks about it and he likes his Gateshead tops. And by the way, Pete and John are also in that group, so they can add you as well. But I tried and it wouldn't let me. Someone mustn't like you in there. I don't know who it is yet. I'm trying to work it out.
There's plenty out there. Chip says apparently John is selling signed cum-stained boxes, but Joe Linton is the only buyer. John, if you had a sex change, what would your name be?
Oh, man, I don't. We're not then. Move it along.
Leona?
No, you've got to answer it, John. People are asking you genuine questions here.
Okay, I'll turn it on you guys. What would you call your name?
No, you've got to answer the question
turn it on
first.
you guys.
Well, if I'm Paul, then a simple one for me would be Paula.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Peter, you could be.
Oh God!
I'll be Hallie. Yeah.
Hallie.
Yeah, Hallie.
I thought you said Holly for the minute then.
Peter, you could be Wilma,
Hallie,
and John can just be.
well, yeah.
John's name would just be Pussy Galore, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You should have the biggest clit ever.
Oh God Almighty! Oh, we've got to troll in advertising webcams and hot girls. John, do you want that link?
No thanks.
Why not? You make yourself a fortune, John.
Yeah. Judy says, rumor has it Pete only joined because he thought the show was the Toon review, and now he's too embarrassed to quit.
Oh, thank you, Judy.
Oh my God! Here, leave the mum jokes out of it. Exactly. Thomas says, Kermit the Frog is Bruno Fernandez's voice. And here's the sweating girls again. Send fans to them, right, Judy? Yeah. Michael says, John won't sign autographs. He will hand out his number, 0800 hot fuck. Oh, superb, Michael.
I think that's the best one of the night, that one.
James says Everton now on 10 points and we have one. Wilma says Stephen Bill from the food bank are expecting you now, so you better not let people down outside the Gallagher, John. John is a great sport and a great man. Of course he is.
Yeah.
John, have you got anti-wrinkle cream on for tonight's show?
No.
Wilma wants my autograph on a check. Nice try, Wilma. Oh, God. Yeah, great show as always. Take care. Good night, Jules. Hopefully catch you on the fans forum tomorrow. Wilma says, King of Morocco, sign that check for me, sir. John just buys a sleeping bag and he is sorted. Judy says, John's willy is so long when he gets an erection, the sperm get vertigo. Oh my God!
Oh,
My word! Oh no!
Jesus Christ! Honestly,
Lordy.
the vibes. Actually, Steve Bruce has given us all girl names: Paula, Joanne, and Scary Spice. Okay. Judy says Pauline Fanny Byrne and Joan Sincher. Billy says, I know who Wilma is now, I think. Billy, get back on the comments quickly before we end the show and tell us who you think it is. Great show, Keith. Thank you. Right, we've come to the end of the show. It's flew by tonight. It's been an absolute blast of a show, as it normally is, but it's absolutely picking up again. It's hilarious. Now, next week, we don't have Barry and we don't have Proudlock.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be bringing two guests on to come up with me.
John.
Billy reckons Wilma's Jason. Now Jason hasn't commented at all on here tonight. I think it could be Jason, actually. There you go. So we will have two guests on next week for the Four Horsemen, if we can find them. If anybody wants to come on. Normally people don't reply to my messages. Ryan in Canada. So, never mind. Oh, Warren, thank you very much for the super chat right at the end there. Really do appreciate it. £4.49. Great show tonight, lads, as always. Enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully get good result on Friday. And try and pop over to Cello if I see you Friday. Good stuff. Take care, Warren. Wilma says, I'm not Jason. That's one thing for sure. At least I can pronounce Newcastle. Fair enough. Right. Thank you, everybody, for your comments tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic show. Thank you to everybody in the chat tonight. And thank you to everybody that sent in super chats. You're so kind. You blow me away all the time with your generosity. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the show tonight, guys, please don't forget to smash the like button and help me build the channel. And also, if you're new, you like what you see, or you haven't already done so yet, please don't forget to consider subscribing and help me hit that 3,000, which I'm rapidly approaching, which will be fantastic for me. And also, go and subscribe to the other guys. The links to the channels are down in the description. So please go and subscribe to Peter, subscribe to Barry, and subscribe to John. Fantastic content on their channels as well. But it's time to end the show. This has been the Four Horsemen of the Toon. We will catch you. Well, two of us will catch you next Monday, but we'll all be back in 2 weeks' time. Until then, thank you for watching. This has been the Four Horsemen.
Be strong.